Hey folks, so this week I thought I'd do a video that, well, content creators have been doing these videos for years, and I thought, like, been seeing a lot more of this type of thing recently, whether it's like a YouTube video or like a meme on Facebook or Twitter or something. I was like, it really is, an interesting topic if that you could only play a certain amount of video games for the rest of your life, because it's like, imagine if it was like a global law or something, like if the entire world, every gamer in the world, could only play 5 video games for the rest of your life. It was like, imagine if you went into like a Best Buy or something and you were trying to buy a 6th game and the cops showed up. Or, if you lied to the clerk, like, they're like, oh, how many games do you own? And you're like, 3? Well, anyway, these are the games that I personally chose. The first one is Star Fox 64. Yeah, I went with the N64 version because why not? Now, I've said this countless times on my channel. This is one of my favorite games of all time. It never gets old. Absolutely never gets old. I literally know this entire game by heart, like the layout of the levels and everything, and yet it never gets old. Like, it's just, I don't know, like, I mean, I've always been a big fan of replayability. I'm sure that's part of it. And with this, for me, like I said, the replayability is just, like, let me put it this way, one of the because that's another thing to think about with the replayability of this game. I know I keep saying that word, but, is that you figure how you can take all the different paths, and one of my personal favorite paths was, basically I go from Corneria to Sector Y to Katina to Solar to, I think it's Ficina, the one with the train. Then to, what the hell is that one called? The Bulls, whatever, satellite thing, and then to Venom. So it's like, just random number. Let's say I beat this game 100 times. I've taken that path at least 75 times. And it's one of those games that's, like, perfect. Like, it's just, like, it's, like, the perfect length. I could probably beat this in about an hour or so, yeah. The next one is Halo Reach, which, I think this is probably my favorite Halo game, probably because it's the first one that I owned. But it had, like, the best multiplayer, especially for, like, online, and, like, the customization was way better. The custom online multiplayer was so unique. Like, some of the stuff that people came up with was just, it's mind-blowing. And the story in this one is really good, too, so I think it's a game, like, because it's the online multiplayer, that's something you can do, hell, a lot of people could do that for the rest of their life, or if you just played split-screen multiplayer with people, that's another thing you can do for, yeah. Now this is, technically it's cheating, but I've seen a lot of people do this, how I think even, I'm pretty sure Alpha Omega Sid did this. If you pick one of those collection titles, so I went with Capcom Classics Collection Volume 2. Now, this was, out of like all the different collections that there have been over the years, especially, there was a lot of them during the 6th gen, this is definitely my favorite. And it's a good compilation. You have fighting games, you have shooters, action platformers, beat-em-ups, and there's just a lot of good games on here, so it's, well, what more can I say? That'll keep you busy for quite a while. Yeah. For the next one, it's another one of my favorite games of all time, Vandal Hearts, for the PS1, a tactical RPG or strategy game. It's a lot like Final Fantasy Tactics, very underrated. For this game, some of the graphics in this are a bit dated. Like the, when the character moves, it's a little, like when the character, hold on. Like when the character walks, it looks a little, yeah, it looks a little funny, and then the blood is very pixelated, but other than that, the gameplay is pretty good, other than, like, those little things there, but the music is awesome, the story is really good, and overall it's just a great game. It's, like, definitely a must-play title for the PS1, and it doesn't take long to beat, either, depending, well, I guess. But I mean, probably because I've beaten this so many times, I can beat it in like less than a week. But because there are different paths, which, so to speak, I mean, like how do I put this? Here's the best way to describe it. You have the characters. You know, you have an archer, a soldier, a mage, and a I don't know how well that's coming out on there, and the healer. And when they reach levels 10 and 20, you can change them. And then because there's multiple characters, you know, there's literally like 4 archers, there's 3 soldiers, and etc. So it's like, that's one of the things that adds to the replayability. It's almost like you want to play it multiple times to see how the different characters look as, like, in the different classes. Like, for example, like I said, there's 4 archers, and when the archer reaches level 10, they can either become a stronger archer or an archer who can shoot further, or you can make them a flying character. So it's, like I said, there's 4 archer characters: Diego, Kira, Amon, and Darius. And so it's like, usually what I would do is, I think a lot of people do this actually, is I would keep 3 of them as archers, and then make one of them into a flying character. And so it's like, because they look different when you upgrade them, so to speak, it's almost like, oh, I want to, because you want to create like a well-balanced team. Because the flying characters are strong against soldiers, who are the characters that use swords. And it's like, you want to like play through it multiple times just to see how some of the characters look with the different classes and stuff. And not only that, but the story in this game is just so good. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, oh, I love this game. You know, and it's because it's, I think that's the thing. It's almost like how, you know, sometimes when you read a book over and over again, I think that's part of the reason I like to replay JRPGs and strategy games, because of all the text. It's almost like you're rereading a book, so to speak. And the last game is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the Wii U version. Now, God, I put so many hours into this game, at least 100 plus hours into this game. I lost count because I haven't played it in forever, but the amount of it's because this is just such a giant open world game. There's so much to do, so much to explore, all the little side quests and everything, and it's just like, it's like just absolutely an amazing game. And because, like I said, there was times when I would play it like a couple of hours a day or something, and I was just like, I'm just like going around exploring and stuff, like, you know, I'm not really doing any of the missions or anything, I'm just going, you know, so, see what I mean? How this is a game that could really take like up a good chunk of time, you know, I'm not just talking about the time of a day, I'm talking about like a whole, you know, life thing, yeah, and part of the only reason I, like, actually beat this game, because, like, there was still a lot more that I could do, and, like, but it was like, well, I'm going to be buying the Switch in like a month or so, so it was like, I really feel like I should just finish this game, because I know even though I'm still going to play my Wii U and stuff, I'm going to shift most of my focus to the Switch. But, oh god, it's such an amazing game, and there's, like I said, there's so much to do, so much to see, so much to explore, especially if you want to 100% the game. Not that I personally would, but if I guess, you know, if it's one of the only games I can play in my life, then obviously I would try to. So, those, you know, if I could only play 5 video games for the rest of my life, those are my personal choices. And that's about it, everyone. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.